Well, hello, gorgeous humans, and welcome back to my channel, where we celebrate all things fluffy and fabulous. Now, before we delve into today's heart-melting adventure, I just wanted to send a huge shout-out to our amazing community. You guys are the Whisker to my fluff, the purr to my meow, the fish to my Friday, so thank you for being you. And if you're new here, well, hey, you found the right place? We're all about celebrating all things cat and coffee. That's cat, not cat. Although we do love those fuzzy felines, too. Anyway, grab your favorite beverage, whether it's coffee or maybe just some water. Settle in and get ready to fall in love with Whiskers and his 7 incredible days in Tulsa. It's gonna be a wild ride, full of adventure, good vibes, and of course, lots and lots of cuteness overload. Day 1. The arrival. The sun shone brightly over the Tulsa International Airport, promising a beautiful day in Oklahoma. Amongst the hustle and bustle of travelers and their luggage, there arrived a unique passenger. A plump orange tabby cat named Whisker, his fluffy fur standing out amongst the sea of legs and suitcases. As the carrier door clicked open, Whiskers stretched, revealing his magnificent orange form in all its glory. The airport was filled with the scent of jet fuel, coffee, and a hint of adventure, which with his keen feline senses, took in with a delicate sniff. He stepped out onto the Oklahoma soil for the first time, his round emerald eyes blinking at the bright sunshine streaming in through the windows.
Whiskers was ready to explore.
But this was just the beginning of his 7 incredible days in Tulsa. To be continued. Day 2. Downtown Discovery. Tulsa welcomed Whiskers with open arms and a whole lot of sunshine. After a peaceful night's sleep in his
New digs, Whiskers woke up feeling refreshed and ready for a day of exploration.
The big plan for the day? Downtown Tulsa, home to many of the city's most iconic sights. As Sarah clipped on his bright blue travel harness, excitement filled Whiskers' green eyes. He knew this was going to be a day to remember. Their first stop, the world-famous center of the universe. With its mysterious acoustic properties, this circular patch of ground was a must-see for any adventurous cat. As Sarah stood in the center and started speaking, her voice echoed back strangely. Whiskers sat primly on the concrete circle, his fluffy tail curled around his paws like a perfect orange question mark. "Maro?" he questioned, tilting his head so far it was almost upside down. Intrigued by the mysterious phenomenon, he seemed to chase the echoing sounds with fascination, his round form bouncing with surprising agility. This unexpected performance drew a small crowd of amused onlookers. Children giggled at the comical sight of the tubby tabby, bouncing around as if conducting an invisible orchestra. Even some adults couldn't help but break into smiles at the adorable spectacle. After their acoustic adventure, they continued to explore downtown, taking in the sights and smells. As they strolled, Whiskers paused at every fire hydrant and lamppost, his scientific nose cataloging the urban encyclopedia of scents. Every new aroma sparked his curiosity, from the sweet smell of blooming flowers to the savory aroma of freshly brewed coffee. His fluffy coat seemed to glow in the dappled light, filtering through the trees, making him look like a living, breathing piece of art. And indeed, he turned heads wherever he went. Day 3. Gathering Place. Adventures. The third day dawned bright and beautiful, setting the stage for another grand adventure. This time, the destination, the renowned Gathering Place, a vast park spanning over 100 acres along the banks of the Arkansas River. The park was a dream for anyone who loved nature and adventure, and Whiskers was no exception. His excitement was palpable as he gazed at the expansive green space, dotted with intriguing structures and playful water features. At the adventure playground, Whiskers' natural climbing instincts kicked in. Despite his pleasantly plumped physique, he attempted to scale a nearby climbing structure with surprising determination.
Slow down there, chunky monkey. Sarah laughed, watching him with amusement.
His determined expression, brow furrowed, tongue poking out slightly, made him irresistibly photogenic. But the true magic happened at the reading tree. with its sprawling branches providing ample shade and comfort. This spot quickly became a favorite among visitors and Whiskers. As children gathered for story time, Whiskers somehow became the unofficial mascot. His soft orange bulk served as the perfect pillow for tiny listeners, and he lapped up the attention with regal grace. During the reading, one little girl buried her face in his impossibly fluffy coat, whispering, "You're the softest kitty in all of Oklahoma." Whiskers' purr was so loud it nearly drowned out the storyteller. His expressive green eyes seemed to follow along with the tale, occasionally offering soft rows of commentary that sent the children into fits of giggles. By the water features, Whiskers discovered his cautious relationship with H2O. He'd approach the fountains with scientific curiosity. His pink nose extended for investigation, only to leap backward with a dignity-destroying hop when mist touched his precious coat. Day 4. Philbrook Museum Gardens. The fourth day brought a new adventure, a trip to the picturesque Philbrook Museum of Art and its exquisite gardens. The museum, with its rich history and cultural significance, was a place that celebrated beauty in all its forms, a sentiment that resonated deeply with Whiskers and his fluffy orange form. The gardens were a labyrinth of vibrant colors, meticulously manicured lawns, and serene water features. It was a place designed to soothe the soul and inspire the imagination. As soon as Whiskers stepped into the gardens, he seemed to transform. His orange coat set against the manicured green lawns. He posed unconsciously beside classical statues and perfectly trimmed hedges. In the rose garden, Whiskers found his calling as a garden supervisor. He positioned himself like a furry orange sentinel beside a particularly fragrant pink rose bush, his fluffy form creating an Instagram-worthy scene that had other visitors snapping photos. "He thinks he's a garden statue," one elderly visitor observed with delight. Throughout the garden, his expressive face showed pure zen as he basked in the dappled sunlight filtering through the trees. Butterflies danced around his twitching whiskers, and he watched them with the focused intensity of a meditation master. If meditation masters occasionally made chattering noises at flying insects, the reflecting pools presented another water challenge. Whiskers approached cautiously, his reflection showing a perfectly round, orange face topped with alert ears. He reached out one careful paw toward his mirror image, then jumped back when it moved. His comedic timing was impeccable. Day 5. Route 66 and Blue Dome District. The fifth day was all about embracing the spirit of adventure. And where better a place to do that than the historic Route 66, also known as the Mother Road, stretching over 2,000 miles. It was once the main route for those seeking new beginnings in the West. Today, it's a nostalgic journey through Americana, filled with quirky roadside attractions and a sense of endless possibility. First up, the iconic Buck Adams statue, standing over 26 feet tall. This space cowboy has become a symbol of Route 66 in Tulsa, his towering presence dwarfing even the largest of dogs. But Whiskers was undeterred. With the confidence of a seasoned explorer, he stood his ground beside the giant spaceman, striking a pose that seemed to mirror Buck Adams' stance. Chest puffed out, tail held high like a flag. In the Blue Dome District, it was time to experience the vibrant cafe culture. Sarah secured an outdoor table at a pet-friendly cafe, allowing Whiskers to take in the lively atmosphere. His magnificent orange coat practically glowed against the backdrop of the Blue Dome, making him irresistible to passers-by. A local food blogger happened by and could unresist featuring Tulsa's most photogenic cafe cat in her Instagram story. Whiskers seemed to sense the attention, sitting up straighter and giving his most winning expression. Eyes slightly squinted in a cat smile, one ear tilted at a jaunty angle.
The Blue Dome itself fascinated him.
From his perch on Sarah's lap, he studied the distinctive architecture with the intensity of a feline urban planner. His head movements followed the dome's curves, as if he was tracing blueprints in his mind. Day 6. Tulsa Zoo Adventure. With 6 days of exploring under their belts, Whiskers and Sarah decided to embark on another exciting adventure, the Tulsa Zoo. Spread over 86 acres, The zoo was home to a diverse range of animals, from majestic lions to playful monkeys. It promised a fun-filled day for all. Arriving at the zoo, Whiskers wasted no time in making his presence felt. In his stroller, a dignity-preserving chariot that Sarah had wisely brought, he toured the facility like visiting royalty. At the big cat exhibit, Whiskers had an existential moment. Face to face with a magnificent tiger, he seemed to recognize a kindred spirit. His own orange stripes suddenly seemed more majestic as he sat up tall, chest puffed with pride. The tiger, perhaps recognizing a fellow feline, approached the glass with curiosity. "It's like they're having a conversation," Sarah whispered, as Whiskers and the tiger touched noses through the glass barrier. Whiskers' purr was so loud that other visitors turned to see the source of the rumbling contentment. The children's zoo was paradise, surrounded by gentle goats and curious chickens. Whiskers held court like a benevolent orange monarch. His patient demeanor with excited children earned him the unofficial title of therapy cat from the zoo staff. At the train ride, Whiskers experienced his first locomotive adventure. His wide-eyed expression as the miniature train chugged along was priceless. Equal parts wonder and mild concern, ears swiveling at every new sound. Day 7. Farewell to Tulsa. On his final morning, Whiskers chose to spend sunrise at Riverside Park, overlooking the Arkansas River. Positioned on a bench, his orange coat caught the early light like a small, furry sunset. His expression was contemplative. If cats could look nostalgic, Whiskers had mastered it. Sarah sat beside him, both watching the river flow past the downtown skyline. "You've been quite the ambassador, Whiskers," she said softly. "I think Tulsa's adopted you." As if in response, a jogger paused to wave at them. "Hey, it's the famous orange cat!" "Safe travels, buddy."
Add the